Lucas and Raphael were longtime friends, always seeking new adventures. The night was pitch black, and a journey that seemed peaceful along an isolated dirt road, surrounded by thick and dark foliage, quickly turned into a nightmare. The car moved along the remote trail, only the sound of the engine and the headlights illuminating the path ahead. The darkness seemed to swallow everything around, and the fear of getting lost or encountering something strange began to linger in the air. "Let's go a bit further. This road might take us to the village faster," said Raphael, trying to break the tense atmosphere, but the unease was visible on both their faces. Suddenly, a shadow abruptly appeared in front of the car. Lucas, who was driving, didn't have time to react. The car skidded on the loose stones and crashed hard into something that looked like an immobile figure in the middle of the road. The impact was strong, but what scared them the most was the sound that followed. Something like a muffled, almost human scream, but distorted. Both were paralyzed for a few seconds. Not knowing what to do, they decided to get out of the car to investigate. They were scared, but curiosity also pushed them to discover what had happened. The darkness outside seemed even deeper, as if the shadows around were moving. When they got out of the car and looked at what they had hit, their hearts stopped for a moment. There on the road wasn't simply an obstacle. It was a strange figure, almost human, but with bizarre and disfigured features. Its body seemed deformed, like a nightmare creation, with pale, rough skin, its eyes completely black and dull, and its hands too long, almost touching the ground. The creature was motionless, but a low and sinister sound began to come out of its mouth. As if it was a language no one should ever hear, Lucas and Raphael exchanged terrified glances and, in an impulse, ran in despair back to the car, trying to get in as quickly as possible. Fear dominated them. But when they got close to the vehicle, something stranger happened. The headlights, which were lit seconds ago, went out. The road was completely dark again, and there was no sign of the creature. The silence was absolute, as if the whole world had stopped breathing. They were speechless. Both had the feeling that something was watching them from the shadows. They looked around, but there was no sign of human or animal life. It was as if that being was the only living thing in the entire universe, and now, they were the intruders in that cursed place. In panic, Lucas started the car and accelerated, leaving the road as fast as possible. Fear accompanied them all the way back, but there was something more, a strange sensation that something was following them, that they were being watched. To this day, Lucas and Raphael do not talk about what they saw on that deserted road. But whenever night falls and darkness takes over, both know they are not alone. Something on that dirt road still awaits them, something that hasn't been forgotten.